Kurt Cobain's death was a homicide. As shocking, new private forensic findings question the suicide ruling. Oh, I've seen notes like that before. Courtney Love was sex trafficked by individuals with CIA connections. When Kurt moved to divorce her, they decided to have him killed. His death ensured her control over his share of Nirvana's publishing rights, worth $250 million. They also killed a Seattle PD detective for looking into where Kurt got the drugs that were in his system the night he died. Oh, Kurt? We know what really happened to you. Elon Musk knows what really happened to you. Overheard at a party, if your GF is a 10, she's an asset. Asset here means intelligence asset. Meant to say if your GF is a 10, you're an asset, as an intelligence agency asset. I'm sorry, Charlie Kirk. I should have been nicer to you. Kurt Cobain supplied with drugs by someone with connections to the government. Now, that doesn't make any sense. And they released this news. He famously died in Seattle. They released this news 2 days after the Seattle Seahawks beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl in San Francisco's stadium. What was this? He was supplied with drugs by someone with CIA connections. Well, I guess I better do my job. In late 2022, I posted about the death of soccer legend Pele, who died shortly after the World Cup ended. And I used gematria for the first time on my page. Two months later, I matched with a FEMA agent on Bumble. And I was about to turn 26. And in Texas, once you turn 26, you're off your parents' health insurance. So if you're unemployed, No health insurance for you. Washington's a much different state. You can get health insurance pretty easily if you're unemployed in Washington. And it's pretty good health insurance. But this FEMA agent, I had about 30,000 followers at the time. This FEMA agent told us that we had a assignment. We were in Dallas, and in her words, Seattle was calling us. You see, earthquakes are technically very unpredictable. So the federal government can't come out and say there's going to be a mega earthquake caused by the solar maximum. The solar cycle is at a maximum in this time period. It's not technically proven that massive solar flares are correlated with earthquakes, and it's not technically proven that planetary alignments are correlated with earthquakes. And of course, it's not technically proven that the US government can cause earthquakes with weather weapons. But she told me we had an assignment. She told me that the reason I liked the TV show Archer so much was because I was a sleeper agent. A sleeper agent. And she was a member of the federal government, GS-13, about as high as you can get. She said that FEMA needed me to do something for them. They needed me to warn people about the mega earthquake that was going to destroy Region 10 and Yellowstone and San Francisco and Portland. They needed me to do it because FEMA can't come out and say it officially. And if you could describe one thing about her personality, she was a big fan of Taylor Swift. This video started at 3:11 p.m. That's important because the pandemic was declared March 11th, 2020. The first U.S. case of Seattle, where the Space Needle is. The Space Needle, like Bill Gates loves the vaccines, like Redmond, Washington, is where Microsoft is headquartered, and they had patent 060606 using human body activity data to mine cryptocurrency. That March 11th date is really important. I actually got a call today that said I have a meeting with the government on March 11th. March 11th was also the date of Japan's mega earthquake in 2011. An ancient alien says there were UFO sightings before the quake. 2011 was the same year Marshawn Lynch caused the beast quake in Seattle. So she was a big fan of Taylor Swift. And I guess I was too much of a sheep because one night she comes in, she hands me some alcohol, and she says that I need to be decoding everything she's doing because she's a federal agent. So she drove me from Dallas to Seattle. We moved out here in 2023. And she pointed to her Taylor Swift shirt. She said, I need to be decoding everything she does, and she pointed to her Taylor Swift shirt. This was shortly after Taylor Swift caused an earthquake in Seattle during the song Shake It Off. Like how Seattle and San Francisco are about to be shaken off the map. And this was also shortly after FEMA had run an exercise called Cascadia Rising, where they said when the Cascadia subduction zone erupts into a mega earthquake, everyone who lives west of I-5 is gonna die. If the earthquake doesn't kill them, the tsunami will. So she said we needed to warn these people, but FEMA couldn't warn the people. The Emerald City has the Space Needle, like the vaccines, like COVID was found in Seattle. The pandemic was declared 3/11 and Japan's earthquake was 3/11. Patent 060606, mining crypto using body activity data, comes from Microsoft, headquartered in Washington, near Seattle. So I decoded Taylor Swift. She was being stalked by David Crow of Seattle. The old Crow is a Wizard of Oz character. Taylor is Dorothy. And she's dating Kansas City star Travis Kelce, whose name is Mr. Pfizer. The Emerald City is destroyed by a liquidity flood. The US dollar is destroyed by a liquidity flood that starts in Japan. And what are we seeing now? Japan is jacking up interest rates, and it's causing a ripple effect across the entire world. Ripple like the water, like a tsunami, like how all the tectonic plates in the Ring of Fire are connected. And Japan's earthquake is going to cause a ripple effect in the Ring of Fire that causes the Cascadia subduction zone to erupt. There's an underwater volcano in Portland. There's Yellowstone. All in Region 10. One night she told me she'd go to Alaska for trips because Alaska's in Region 10. And she ate whale from an indigenous tribe. She got really sick. Then she came home and she got me really sick. And she tried to convince me it was COVID. I didn't believe in COVID at the time, but I was sick as a dog. My heart was racing and I was screaming bloody murder. The Golden Gate Bridge Ripple is the bridge currency. The Golden Gate Bridge gets destroyed by a liquidity flood. Kansas City played San Francisco, and Taylor Swift was there with Ice Spice, Ice, the Intercontinental Exchange. San Francisco and Seattle, both known for gay pride, like Ripple, is the rainbow currency. Boeing is an anagram with Big One. It's headquartered in Everett, Washington. And 9/11, 2 airplanes knocked down 3 buildings, and they said the buildings cascaded like the Cascadia Subduction Zone. So the next 9/11 is the big one. It floods out underground child trafficking tunnels. Donald Trump says Joe Biden was executed in 2020 and replaced by clones. We see Joe Biden is clearly wearing a mask in this picture. So there's satanic adrenochrome consuming, child trafficking celebrities. And this is all going to come out in the Epstein files. But she worked for FEMA. She supplied me with drugs. She told me to decode her. And she told me to warn my followers about this. So I know all about Kurt Cobain, government operatives supplying you drugs so you mind control your followers. And I agreed to it because there's children in those underground tunnels and because so many people are going to die in the mega earthquake. So the idea is FEMA can say, hey, we told them. We told them. I guess technically we did tell you. But yeah, this video started at 3:11 to mind control you. Like the pandemic was declared, 3:11. Like Japan's earthquake was 3:11. Like I have a meeting with the government on 3:11. It's probably going to start at 4:10. But yep, the targeted individual program is real. I'm part of a federal operation. We're helping people evacuate Seattle and San Francisco. Her sister was satanic. The Church of Satan, founded in San Francisco. Taylor Swift, rumored to be a clone of Anton LaVey's daughter. The satanic ritual sacrifice. Donald Trump is going to fake his death. And just like the Bible says, there's going to be a mega earthquake when the Antichrist goes down. XRP is the mark of the beast. When Trump dies, XRP is going to go to 10,000. Trump obituary equals XRP 10,000. The Emerald City collapses She told me to tell all my followers to buy silver in early 2025 by posting the song Silver Springs by Fleetwood Mac. I'm very good at decoding. I knew exactly what that meant to do. She'd supply me with nutmeg. She'd supply me with mushrooms. One night she came into my room when Matthew Perry died, and she told me to decode the death of Matthew Perry. For my followers, Matthew Perry drowned, and I believe it was in Los Angeles. To program the water event like the Super Bowl LXI logo is the tidal wave. Seahawks win. SBLX equals currency collapse. They want all you guys to be prepared financially to succeed after this event. They want you to be the richest pups in FEMA camp. The mega earthquake spans multiple states. It causes the need for civilian camps. It causes the United States to be redistricted into 12 districts. Maybe it's 10 districts, I don't even care. But yeah, since late 2022, early 2023, all my posts have been influenced by federal agents working for FEMA. I just thought I'd let you know. I thought you deserved to know. In my defense, I only agreed to it because so many people are going to die. So many children are being tortured in underground child trafficking tunnels. And I'm a sleeper agent, according to an actual federal agent. I just thought I'd let you guys know that yes, social media influencers are influenced by the government. I'm living proof of it. You can share this video if you want.